What's up, everybody? Look at that, Jason T saying hi before we even got the intro done. I love it, man. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. This is El Bandito, and I'm here with a very special guest filling in for Senior Bull while he's on his Fear and Loving in Las Vegas trip. We've got Mr. Fusion. How you doing tonight, Mr. Fusion?
Fan-freaking-tastic, man.
You excited about being here in Oktoberfest?
Yes.
Well, as some of you may or may not know, Mr. Fusion is our resident beer expert. He's our resident drinking expert. It's why we call him Mr. Fusion, because much like the beloved component on the Back to the Future DeLorean, we like to take whatever exotic stuff we can find, dunk it into Mr. Fusion, watch him get powered up, and run crazy as a happy, super awesome drunk. So we're going to try to dial it back a little bit tonight so we could stay on the air for the full hour, but we're excited that all you guys are joining us tonight. And please, since Senior Bull's not here and he's like our social media guy, feel free to share this video, throw it up on your wall, tag some people in it or something, and let's try to spread the love a little bit. I work on the production part of the show, so I don't know anything about that social media stuff. If you guys could help out El Bandito, that'd be super. I'm going to throw y'all some love. But all right, man. Mr. Fusion, how are you doing, man? Are you stoked about returning to the Power Hour of Love?
As always. And since you're throwing some love, I'm hoping we could throw some suds tonight.
Oh, you know it, man. We've got some really awesome stuff going down, of course, with Mr. Fusion with us, right? We're going to be doing our exotic beer tasting for Oktoberfest, man. So he's also prepared a horrific horror game that me and him are going to compete in. He said that far too often if I brought him onto the show just to give him some crazy questions and some crazy antics and punish him. So tonight he has brought some punishment for me. We'll get to that on the other side of the PoDunk news about halfway on the hour. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into our super solid Oktoberfest segment, and we're going to start right off, right, by talking about this beautiful and exotic holiday that we've got going on. That is, I'm moving shit around in my menu. Hold on. There we go. Oktoberfest, man. And what better way to kick off Oktoberfest than by drinking a bunch of exotic beers from all over, man. So we're going to tell you guys a little bit about the history of Oktoberfest. But for the most part, most of us know that Oktoberfest is about drinking beer. So what do you say we start off right now with no further ado by drinking some beer? What do you guys think?
I think that's an excellent idea.
Throw some love down in the comments if you want to see some exotic beer tasting. So we're going to start off tonight with something that's kind of Florida grown, man. And we really dug this. We're starting off with the Swamp Ape. Show them the Swamp Ape, Mr. Fusion.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, covering up the logo there.
There you go. Oh, look, it's got a little too much of a green to it. It's like a green screening itself out. Go ahead and pop the top on that, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the Swamp Ale, right? Or the Swamp Ape Ale. So this fresh and lively hop character is derived from using 4 different hop varieties: Cascade, Centennial, Chinook, and Columbus.
Will you look at my glass?
This beer has an intense hop bitterness.
Look
Oh,
at
you
that.
got a green glass?
I do. I should have really thought this through better.
It's
but
okay. Look, here's a clear glass you could use too.
This is. Oh, you want a glass too?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, no, I'm going to drink the bottle. You give me the bottle when you're done
Okay,
with
I already
that.
poured
But-
it in the glass.
all right, cool.
It's done.
So
He's done.
this beer has an intense. Go ahead and take a sip, Mr. Fusion. This beer has an intense hop bitterness, flavor, and aroma, balanced by complex alcohol flavors, moderate fruity esters, and a medium malt character. So, what do you think? Is all that shit I just said coming through?
It's got some good bitters in it, man.
Right off the bat, the smell of this is awesome. Because you would think, like, I saw this and I was like, this is going to smell like a swamp's ass. You know, because swamp apes are supposed to stink. That's sort of the mythos. They're like a Sasquatch here in Florida that just smells, right? But the smell of this is actually very nice. But oddly enough, the taste of it totally tastes like a swamp ape, right? You get this sort of skunky aftertaste, man.
I say I love. There's not a lot of beers out there that I don't love, but
Is this going to be one you put in the category of don't love?
I like it. I like it. I just don't love it.
Honestly, it is. It's good. It just has that aftertaste. Really gets you on that one. This has a real swamp apey aftertaste.
You know what,
man.
dude? I'm gonna use my invisible glass the rest of the night.
You should. Well, that means you have to kill half a beer every time we do a tasting. See, I'm just going to take a taste. I got to run the board and stuff. But almost every beer we got tonight is like over 10%. We're like, whoa, man, we're going to have some fun. Thank you guys so much for blowing up the comments down there. Party Man Will, Jason T, Justin McPatzes is out there, man. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Eric G, Chris Hall. I hate hops. I hate hops too, man. I'm right there with you.
Oh.
I'm mostly a light beer guy.
Almost every beer has hops.
I know, but
I
like
gotta
the
tell
less
ya.
hops, the better. But
oh, I love the hops.
this
Like to
this
throw them in the hopper.
this has some heat though to it, right? You kind of get it in your chest, a little bit of that heat. So that's kind of nice. But it has this little bit of an aftertaste that I would definitely classify as a swamp ape.
Did you know that? Interesting fact here.
Okay.
The hop is a very close cousin to bud, as in the flower that makes you high.
Go and set that one on the end of the counter there.
Nah, here.
You got the
Let me
rest
help
of
you
the
out here a
swamp
little
ape.
bit,
All right,
man.
man.
Can't be wasting good beer.
Well, we want to take a second to give a big shout out to Cobb General Store, man. Now, some of Florida's own hanging out here in the comments with us. You guys may know that this resides on the Treasure Coast. They have a huge selection of beers and delicious, delicious food, right? As you can see, me and Mr. Fusion bought all of tonight's selections here with the exclusion of our bonus beers that we'll get into later in the show. But our six-pack came from Cobb's General Store, right? Now, they do have a delicatessen right inside. Like we said, this huge selection of beer. And then he got this fantastic like breakfast burger there, right? It's a breakfast sandwich. So it comes with eggs that are basted in beer and like dark beer. And then they make a breakfast sandwich out of it with some bacon. What'd you think of the breakfast sandwich?
I
Mr.
gotta
Fusion?
tell you, it's not out very often that I don't have anything to say. That breakfast left me speechless.
It was pretty awesome, right?
You want to tell them whose breakfast sandwich that used to be back in the day?
Yeah, it was originally designed and paid for by Dr. Glenn from the Love Doctors here on the Treasure Coast, man. And I guess they stopped buying the name on that or whatever. But you can still go down there and get the sandwich, and they still make it, and it's awesome, man. So I know I got this Italian panini with salami and stuff like that. It was super good. El Bandito is all about a little extra salami, right? But Mr. Fusion was having some fun out there, and we have to say the staff there was super fantastic. We met both Heather and Nancy, and they were super nice, man, very knowledgeable about the products in their store, about beer in general. Mr. Fusion's also showing that he has Brenda's Booty Burner, which is a Fort Pierce's own made hot sauce that you can buy right there on
You can get
site.
it there when they do the fresh market on.
Yes, it's at the Fresh Market. I went back the day after we went and took this photo. I went back there. I tried the Booty Burner.
It's not terribly hot.
I got to tell you guys, right? I don't like spicy food. I know a lot of you guys are going to laugh. El Bandito is, Spanish guy doesn't like spicy food. I'm not a big spicy food guy, right? But this has a great heat to it, man. It just lays on your tongue. You feel it a little bit. It's not down in your chest or in your heart. It's just a flavor. It's a great spicy flavor, man. So we're going to have to get you guys down to PP Cobb's General Store up in downtown Fort Pierce to try this out. Say hi to Heather. Say hi to Nancy. Say hi to anyone else you meet there running the place. Let them know that the Power Hour of Love sent you, that you saw them here, man. And we're all about spreading the love. And they know that, so it's super fun. But while we were there, right, we did notice a few interesting things about the building. One thing being that this is, in fact, the oldest structure in Fort Pierce. So it's really cool. It's been renovated a few times, but the majority of the building is exactly the same as it was when it first opened in 1896. Right? That's going back a minute.
Turn of the century, man, right? And not the year 2000 century.
Yeah.
Turn of the 1900s.
So the original store was started by Peter Cobb, and he operated it himself until 1931. Right? Its slogan was everything to eat, wear, and use. So it was a general store. You got a little bit of everything, man. So over the years, it changed hands a bunch of times, but that structure has remained virtually the same for over 100 years, and you can go check it out there in downtown Fort Pierce, man. And
it's got the original wooden floors in it.
Yeah, like we said, most of the building's still original, and that is, I believe they call it Douglas pine. Is it Douglas pine, the one that comes down from Miami?
You were telling me a little bit about it while we were eating breakfast.
Yeah, I always want to say it's Flagler pine, but it might be Douglas pine or Broward pine. I don't know. But it's from right here in Florida, in South Florida. It's the hardest pine, like, in the world. Like, you could barely hammer nails through it. The stuff is super tough. A 2x4, it's like 18 inches, like the one we got from Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Like, weighs like a cinder block, dude. It's crazy. So, really cool stuff. Really cool building. And like I said, I went back the next day after you and me went and took that photo. And I thought, you know what? If this is the oldest building in Fort Pierce, I'm going to take the oldest guy in Fort Pierce there. So I sure enough took Captain Joel from Big Dog Comics and Thunder David down there. I know he's going to have a good laugh at that. But Cap, you know, we love you, man. He was excited to go down. He had no idea such a historical landmark was still standing and still operating right there in his own backyard here in Fort Pierce. So it was a super ton of fun, guys. We definitely want to recommend getting out there. Like we said, we bought a mix and match 6-pack where we've got 6 of these crazy beers that we picked for tonight's show that we're going to be going through. And it's it's only like $10-15, something like that, for 6 exotic beers. So really cool stuff, man. Everyone's super friendly. Get down there and check them out. And that's all I have to say about that. What do you got to add to that, Mr. Fusion?
I had an excellent time with you guys, or with you the other day.
With me the other day. You made that sound dirty. I had an excellent time with you the other day. What's up, everybody in the comments? Thanks so much for keep rocking out some comments down there, man. They're going by so fast I can barely keep an eye on them.
Will over here calling me out.
Dude, I love that we got Senior Bull himself out there from Las Vegas while he's on his Fear and Loving and Las Vegas tour, chiming in to say what's up and that he loves your shirt there.
He says he's not broke yet.
That's awesome.
Well, you're doing it wrong then.
I figured by the time he got back, somebody else had owned the Power Hour. So, all right, guys. Time for another beer. What do you say, Mr. Fusion?
Whoa, that was rapid succession.
We got a lot of beers to go through tonight. And considering it's the beginning of October, we figured what better than to try the pumpkin spice craze, man. So if you know a little lady friend out there who might be interested in an awesome pumpkin beer, feel free to share this little video over to her, tag her in the comments down below. Tell her to check out Kentucky Pumpkin Barrel Ale. Now, this is an awesome beer that you definitely want to spread around if your lady's digging the pumpkin spice. For one, because, again, it has 10% alcohol by volume. So, hey, that's kind of good. It gets you where you need to be when you're having a good, good Saturday night, some Netflix and chill or what have you. But let me tell you guys a little bit about Kentucky Pumpkin Barrel Ale while Mr. Fusion go ahead and takes the first sip, right?
Oh, you don't want to take it with me?
Well, I'm always going to read the things, and you drink, and then I'll drink while you say what it is. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's like a system, right? A barrel-aged ale brewed with Kentucky scored pumpkin, rich spiced with cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. As the ale is aged in fresh bourbon barrels,
a real Kentucky harvester,
the sweetness of caramel and vanilla are imparted upon the brew and complements its spicier base. At 10% alcohol by volume, this robust, limited release, seasonal, makes for a flavorful sipping beer to slowly warm up as the weather cools.
Let me tell you, I'm warming up right now.
Tell them a little bit about it, Mr. Fusion.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. It's not It's not too crazy with the spices. I've tasted a few that were just yuck. You know, this is actually really good. It reminds me of like a sweet bread, like a dessert bread.
It is. It's really nice. There's no aftertaste to this at all. Like, what you get is what you get. Your first sip is the same as your last, kind of thing, you know? That first flavor profile is the same as the last.
I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10, man.
Yeah.
You all right?
Man, went down the wrong pipe there. That was good. I was trying to sip it gingerly. I should have drank it like a man. That's what happens, right? Oh, this is very good, though. You know, you could definitely tell it's a beer, though, which is cool. That alcohol by volume really puts it in there. I don't know if I'm really getting a lot of pumpkin. Are you getting a lot of pumpkin out of that?
The main idea is to get the spice part of it.
Yeah, that's true, because pumpkin pie is mostly the all-spicy nutmeg type stuff. And that's definitely coming through. You're definitely getting a sort of nutmeggy cinnamon flavor, which is pretty damn nice. How does it smell?
It smells
Good
delicious.
question,
That was
Jason
the first
T.
thing that I did. Was smelled it.
I know. We got to smell the rest of it. Let me smell your glass.
Yeah, go
well,
ahead.
you mixed
No,
two beers in here, didn't you? No,
I
this
did.
is the other glass.
No, I
your
did.
beer smells like
changed
your
glass.
your glass smells like cigarettes.
Oh. Oh.
But no, it smells very good. It actually smells more pumpkin-y than it tastes. Like, it does have a pretty rich pumpkin smell.
Ooh, Diane Cumberland's watching.
Oh man, who's that?
Dionysus, that's my wife.
That's Mrs. Fusion out there?
That is Mrs. Fusion. I hope she's getting powered up.
Yeah, see, I know you get powered up by the drink, and she gets powered up by the earth.
Yep.
This is good. I think this is the first beer of the night that's going to stay with El Bandito till it's done. So that one's going to hang out with us for a few minutes here as we give you guys a little bit of a rundown on the history of Oktoberfest itself. Now, Mr. Fusion, what do you know about Oktoberfest?
I know it started in Germany.
Okay.
You know, you got the Das Boot.
Get a little closer
sorry.
to your mic there.
Sorry.
You're a little far away.
You want me to get closer to the mic?
I know. You had two beers. You're like, all over here. No, so you know it started in Germany. Okay, so that's accurate. Do you know when it is?
Oh, I think it's in like September, man, right?
It does actually begin in September every year, right?
That's usually when we start seeing Oktoberfest
Yeah.
beers is around the beginning of September.
And a lot of people think that's marketing. They're just trying to market it ahead of time. But no, traditionally it does start in the late part of September. This year, Oktoberfest in Munich, which is kind of, you know, the global guideline for when it is, starts on September 22nd and runs to October 7th. Right? For a few years there, it only used to run to the 3rd because that's Germany's unification day after World War II stuff went through. But they've extended it. They're like, hey, marketing, let's have some more fun, man. So it is really cool. It started in Germany. It's a Bavarian holiday, so culturally it's more of a Bavarian thing that the German people sort of embraced, right? But it has a really interesting history behind it because most of us think of it as like, hey, let's all get smashed and hang out. It's super fun, right?
Got to play your glockenspiels too, man. Wear your clogs.
I think they're going to play with the glockenspiels, but this is what we know Oktoberfest is. Hot chicks and beer, right?
Yeah, that's what most Americans think it's about. But
yeah.
Okay.
So what do German people think it's about, Mr. Fusion? Do you want to take a shot in the dark at it? Do you know?
I would imagine hot chicks and beers would be mixed into there, but
originally, traditionally, does anyone out there in the audience know? If you know, throw it in the comments. Don't Google it. If you Google it, you're cheating.
you know, beer has a lot of the same rules that champagne does.
As far as what?
As far as like who controls it, who can brew it, and
Dude, Senior Bull's
Where
out
it's
there
made.
like, don't get Mr. Fusion too close to my mic.
I'm gonna lick your mic.
There you
And
go.
there's
You asked
nothing you
for
can
it.
do about it.
You asked for it.
You're
Senior
3,000
Bull.
miles away. I might eat it.
So, all right. So let's give you the actual history behind Oktoberfest, right? So here's what we got. So traditionally, this all started with the Crown Prince Ludwig, who later became King Ludwig I, right, when he married Princess Therese of Saxon-Hildenburghausen, right? Their wedding was on October 12th, 1810. So look at that. This even predates PPK, right?
Okay.
The citizens of Munich were invited to attend the festivities held at their reception that would be on the fields in front of the city gates to celebrate the happy royal event. The fields have since been named the Theresienwiese, right, or Teresa's Fields, in honor of the crown princess, and ever since it's been shortened to Weissen. And ever since, on the anniversary of that reception, they throw a huge ass party because why not?
Hey.
So it is all about partying and hot chicks. Bam!
Cake and Weissen.
You know? So I have to admit, if you're going to have a holiday that just stays what it is from the very beginning, hot chicks and beer is kind of the way to go.
And it's like a more than one day holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a festival, man.
Yeah, and it turned out that around the same time, they used to have these horse races, right? And horse racing was a big thing at the time. They didn't really have a lot of amusement park kind of stuff. So they would have these horse races, and they decided, hey, why don't we push the two together? That way we can have, like, the horse races that we love with our beer and cake festival. And then before you knew it, it turned into this like 2-week thing that they were doing all the time. So literally by 1823, when this painting was made of the Weissen Fields, right, this had become a national event. So you're talking 13 years later, and this is thousands of people there. I think they said something like 8,000 people showed up just 13 years later. And nowadays, they traditionally have tents, much like the one we're in tonight, that hold up to 12,000 people in one tent. You know? What do you think of that, Mr. Fusion? Pretty epic, right?
Pretty epic. I think we need to go get our passports and
oh, Party Man says
partake in the festivities.
Party Man says we shouldn't read these German names until we've had at least 3 more beers. Hey, I think I'm crushing them right now.
Well,
you know?
Just letting that thing sit there.
I know. I'm going to take a sip. Go ahead. Say something, Mr. Fusion. Way to nail it.
Lost that one.
I'm like, talk amongst yourself. You're like, let me grab my beer. This is actually really good. But I
like it.
I didn't eat anything, and I'm already feeling like toasty. So that's nice.
I got a remedy for that later.
Yeah, no doubt, man. We've got some surprise pies later in the show, so we're gonna have some fun. But you know what? We're here finishing this up, right? And we're talking about Bavarians being Bavarians as they are, right? This becoming a national holiday, an event, and a tradition that has continued ever since. But we're forgetting the most important thing. It's all about beer, and it's time for another beer.
Oh crap!
I gotta finish this one.
You gotta finish that one first, there, buddy. Hey. You know, not for nothing, but Charboil says all chicks are hot in general. Much love to the ladies.
That's true.
Come on.
That's true.
Show them some love.
Throw some love out there,
you
to the
go.
ladies. There's a couple special ones that are near and dear to me. You know who you are. Like my mom.
I love your mom, too.
All right. So what's next, Mr. Fusion?
What is next?
We have got good fortune, longevity, and some luck of the Buddha coming at us, man.
Oh, God. I was actually afraid of this one.
This is the one I'm inspired by the most.
I mean, I love the
bottle.
Whoa, look at the bottle.
Yeah, hold it in front of you.
Can we
Because
get a close-up of that?
It like green screened out. Well, it's in this photo right here. I think everyone can see it.
There
But
we
it
go.
literally looks like that. It's shaped like that, which is why we picked it. We thought it was so freaking cool. But yeah, so this is the Lucky Buddha, and I'm going to read you guys a little bit about the Lucky Buddha beer, right? Which just seemed so cool to me. I love this bottle. I'm going to keep this in studio. Brewed and bottled at the Thousand Island Lake in China, fusing the finest quality malt, hops, and rice from this pristine region, delivering an Asian-style lager that is truly an enlightened brew.
Okay. So I'm gonna,
And you pop the top. I can smell that from here.
Yeah, I could as soon as I pop
That
the
thing
top.
smells super weird. What is that?
Okay, so you said it's brewed from rice, correct?
It has some rice. It does have malt, hops, and rice, and water from this
Have
pristine
you ever had
region.
sake?
Sure.
Sake is rice wine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little bit more because I know you can't. You don't. So
This
I'm
is a
taking one
really
for the
cool
team.
bottle. Oh, look.
It's a great bottle, but I gotta
out.
tell you right off the get-go before I can smell it from over there.
This thing stinks. This smells like a skunk.
Not a big fan of sake.
This smells exactly what I thought the swamp
And
ape was.
this is-
I'm not looking forward to this at
I think
all.
we're getting this.
Oh, God.
This should have been our punishment beer.
I'm serious, man. This is not good. Oh, man. All right, throw it down in the comments if you really want to see us try this, because I think we're wussing out over here.
Oh no, I'm not gonna wuss out. I don't. It's beer. Like I said, there's not a lot of beer that Mr. Fusion does not like. I'm a beer guy.
All right, Mr. Fusion, do it. Chug, chug, chug.
Oh God,
it smells so bad. Why does it smell like that?
it's the rice.
It doesn't. It looks like it tastes as bad as it smells.
Oh, did you get me a water too while you were there?
You had a water. What happened to it?
I drank it before we even went on the air.
I
thought you still before the show.
I thought you still had it, man.
Yeah,
Use one of the other beers. Did you drink all the other beers?
I did.
This is why you're messing this all up, man.
Okay. All right. It's not terrible.
Well, you can't have my water. What if I drink some? What if I drink this in a second and want to drink it?
Okay. All right. So here's my first
gosh.
impressions from it. It smells awful. Okay. And there's
Drink
plenty
it. They're just posting drink it. Oh God.
It smells awful, but doesn't taste as awful as it smells.
I agree. This thing smells like a skunk's asshole.
Yeah, it totally does.
But it hardly tastes like anything.
Like a rotting beef carcass, it smells.
Yeah, it does.
But it's got a taste almost like Coors Light. So
Yeah,
it makes me
tastes-
want to go out and mow the lawn.
It tastes like it makes me want to mow the lawn.
I wanna-
It's like
I
some
wanna go out and
natty
mow
ice.
the lawn
It doesn't taste
and
like
drink this
anything.
beer because it's kind of a refreshing taste. What was the percentage on that?
Oh, not enough. Jeez, to drink this crap.
Jesus Christ.
4%. That's it. 4.8% alcohol by volume.
Diane, you're going to get your dream. I'm going to mow the lawn now.
This
Just give me
isn't
a
bad,
six-pack
though.
of Buddha.
It's definitely a very calm drink. Okay, I have to say I am just amazed by how much this stinks and how good it tastes. Like, it is not bad at all. But it almost doesn't taste like a beer. It tastes kind of watery.
Like I said, it's basically beer and rice wine.
You know what it tastes like? Or you know what all right. I'm going to give it to the Legion of Love right now, right? This is exactly what this experience just was. This was as though you bottled a little bit, like say this much beer. Just this much here at the bottom. Then you filled the rest with water. That's what this tastes like, right? Then when you got right up to the neck, someone just farted right in this bottle. They just put their butt right to it, and just farted right in it.
Charboil, did you get a hold of our beers before you went to Vegas?
That's
man?
100% what this experience just was.
Listen to Charboil.
Man.
That Mike's going to get him drunk.
Oh, man.
If you don't want to finish it, I'll finish it for you.
It doesn't taste bad. It smells awful. I'm keeping the bottle, though. Great bottle over there.
I'm going to have to get
That's
a bottle
how they're
of my
selling
own.
that stuff, I can tell
I
you,
told
man.
Diane about it, and she's like, yeah, we should totally get a bottle of that. just
Oh,
to
my
have the
God.
bottle.
Sean Barber. Not that I have any personal experience, but I'm going to have to go with yes. Yeah.
Here, you can have your bottle back.
Cool.
You got
I'll
a trash
keep this.
can over there or something?
No, I'm just putting it on the floor right
Oh,
now.
dude,
so I don't
then I'll
lose
just
it.
put it over here. On
Yeah,
the
here,
wall.
put it at the,
There,
at the,
there we
at the
go.
end of the
There
thing.
we
yeah.
go. You're fine.
All right. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for our first 3 beers. We've got 3 more, plus maybe a couple bonus beers if you guys hang around with us long enough. But for right now, Chucky Kruger and I are going to head over, do some PoDunk news, let you guys know what's going on in that wacky, nerdy world of ours. And let's just get to the news so I stop messing this up.
Ooh.
PoDunk News.
We're talking about loving my mom, you weirdo.
What the hell, man?
All right, guys, we got some interesting stuff going on in the PoDunk news today, man, and just a couple quick things because we know we got some cool beer to get to, and let's see what's up here.
We got to tell Will to stop commenting in the comments because I'm going to die laughing over here.
First up, X-Men Dark Phoenix is probably one of the biggest news stories of the week since we stay out of the political realm, right? This, of course, is the return of X-Men First Class and the rest of the X-Men cast that came out of those films, including, let's run through the list here. James McAvoy as Professor Charles Xavier, Sophie Turner as Jean Grey / the Phoenix.
No.
That's like Game of Thrones. Oh, for Sophie Turner, you
Yeah,
gave her
dude,
Game of... I
come
thought
on,
you were going to
man.
do the X-Men theme. Do the X-Men theme. Do 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 You don't even remember. Oh, you got it. All right, Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique, Michael Fassbender as Magneto, Ty Sheridan as Cyclops, Nicholas Hoult as Beast, Alexandra Shipp, the New Storm, who's actually pretty awesome, Jessica Chastain as Smith, I'm not sure who that's going to be, Evan Peters as Quicksilver, and Cody Smith McPhee as the brand new Nightcrawler, man. Sounds like an awesome flick. A lot of people are kind of a little weird about their new costumes being so yellow, which... Here at the Power Hour of Love, we're pretty into yellow, so I dig it, But what's interesting about this story, I've seen it already. Jason T, did you actually watch this whole movie already? Did you bootleg it? Scumbag. Lawbreaker. No, it's okay. But interesting story that we got out of this is
You've done this.
Is director Simon Kinberg says, right, I co-wrote X-Men 3, The Dark Phoenix story, which is probably the most sacred of the X-Men storylines in comics. Right? He was quoted as saying that right before he said, thanks to Days of Futures Past, I have the fortunate opportunity to be able to correct the mistake that was that movie. So
at least he admits it.
This guy is very passionate about it, and though he co-wrote the X-Men 3, there was definitely a lot of influence from other people that kind of steered it off the rails. So it's kind of nice to know that we have someone very passionate about this comic, someone who literally talked about it as the most sacred of the X-Men storylines. I think Sean Barber out there and Chris Hall, they probably agree that that is a very sacred storyline. What do you think, Mr. Fusion?
Yes, actually, Charboil and I had a band back in the day, and we picked the Phoenix as our logo.
Yeah.
And I always loved the Phoenix. It was actually me who picked that as a logo for the band. And I remember watching the animated series as a kid.
Yes.
And that is the reason why I fell in love with that as a mythological character.
Now, there has been some discrepancies as to whether or not they will continue the cosmic features within the original storyline. I know Chris Hall was commenting on that last week, saying that without the McCann crystal and stuff like that, you kind of lose a little bit of the drama of the story. Without the Shi'ar Empire showing up to try to kill Jean Grey, without the Phoenix Force making her kill a planet full of billions of people, you lose a lot of the drama. But I have to say that I'm glad that this movie, some of you keen-eyed viewers may have noticed, right? We posted up that this movie was going to be released on our anniversary, February 14th, 2019, and within days, that release date changed to June 7th. Right? Now, when it changed to June 7th, director Simon Kinberg did go on record saying that he will use the extra time as an opportunity to add in more of the cosmic elements from the story. So that sounds awesome, especially considering that the merger with Marvel and Fox and Disney, and Fox is finally going through. Will they be able to incorporate some of what was going on in Captain Marvel, some of what was going on with Infinity War? Who knows? It might be really cool if they add in a couple elements or a couple nods to the MCU to finally try to start tying these universes together. How do you feel about that, Mr. Fusion?
I'm worried about everything that Fox did, intermingling in with what Disney's doing with the MCU. I hope for the best.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to see them incorporate some cosmic elements, at least the Shi'ar. I have to say, personally, and this is a weird kind of personal thing, but I hope they turn a tree to solid gold. Like, that was in the animated series. It came directly from the comics. It was just one of the things Gene did at one point. I'd love to see that on screen. It's stupid, but I want to see it. So
I think I'm more worried about what Disney's going to do with Fox's horror franchises.
Well, yeah. Like what? What do they have that Disney's taken over?
You got to remember, Aliens is a Fox property. So is Predator.
Yeah.
And as far as the comic book world, so is
what, like Evil Dead or
Evil? There's like a
what is it? Spit it out. You lost it? It's gone.
Yeah, I did.
All
Deadpool.
Right.
Deadpool. Doesn't Fox own Deadpool?
Yeah, but Deadpool's technically sort of part of the X-Men.
Are they going to take care of him properly?
Oh yeah, man. Like,
I'm sure continue to let rated R movies fly out under the Fox banner.
I'm sure Disney likes money, And they're going to be like, do what it is that you do. And to prove it to you, you're going to a great lead into our next story, man. The trailer actually has a connection to Deadpool 2, right? So X-Men Dark Phoenix does showcase a character known as Red Lotus. Red Lotus is actually what's written on this card that Deadpool gets during some fighting sequences early on in Deadpool 2. So there's possibly a connection between the two films as they move over to the MCU.
Well, maybe there's something to link to X-Force.
Yeah, possibly. Senior Bull's calling you out for having a drunk memory lapse over there. But this, like I said, leads us into our next story, which is pretty exciting. Deadpool 2 is getting a PG-13 release. It's getting cut as a PG-13 and coming out December 21st, and will feature Fred Savage reprising his role as the little boy from The Princess Bride who Deadpool is reading a story to.
That's amazing. Yes.
So apparently Deadpool is going to water down his film for the likes of Fred Savage's young, fragile little man.
I think if they're going to do it that way, then I will totally buy that and watch it and love it.
I have seen the newest Hellboy pick, Sean Barber. I think it looks great. I think it really looks good. Like, I really thought nobody would kind of step up into Ron Perlman's shoes, but I think the photo's brilliant. If the photo's any representation of what they're going to do with the rest of the film, I am stoked, man. But interestingly enough, regarding this new cut of Deadpool 2, right, it's actually replacing Alita, Battle Angel, on Fox's release schedule, right? You may remember this, Mr. Fusion. You might have seen a preview for it. It's a girl with the big eyes, and she's kind of a robot.
Yes, I did. I never got a chance to watch the movie. But...
Well, it's not out yet. It was supposed to come out December 21st, but now Deadpool's taken its slot, and it pushed Alita Battle Angel to February 14th, which bumped Dark Phoenix to June 7th.
Okay.
So it's all kind of this cascading weird effect. So I don't know if this has more to do with Deadpool just making more money or with Alita Battle Angel trying to make those eyes a little smaller because they're freaking weird, what's kind of going on.
Designed like an anime, and most animations have big eyes.
But ultimately, I think, this is my opinion, I'll go on record saying, I think they're pushing it to get on the other side of Infinity War before Dark Phoenix comes out.
I think you're right.
Yeah, just because, like, again, they're adding these cosmic elements. So why put it out on February 14th, which actually predates Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel? You know, like, let's get it on the other side of Captain Marvel. Let's get it on the other side of Infinity War, which comes out May 2nd, and then May something or the other. And also, this June 7th was originally slated for a standalone Gambit film that has not even started production. So that's definitely getting bumped probably to 2020.
A standalone Gambit film. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I didn't know about that.
It might be cool, man, but Gambit's a hard character to pull off. You're going to have to get a pretty astounding actor to kind of pull that one off.
He was actually one of my favorite X-Men.
Yeah?
Yeah,
what did you like about him
card
so much?
Things and the
exploding
exploding cards.
I liked how
and
suave
the fact that he
was
was from Louisiana.
Hey, which brings me another good segue, right? I'm wearing my Lazy Magnolia shirt tonight, right? Which is a beer that they intermittently feature up at PP Cobb, and it is from Mississippi, brewed from an independent brewery there, and is a fantastic beer. They make a pecan and a pumpkin-flavored one and stuff like that. And, you know, I had some family that used to live by them, and these guys would hook them up with cool promotional stuff all the time. So I wanted to throw some love out Lazy Magnolia. There you go.
Hey, cool. Hook us up with some free promotional stuff. No?
Why are you sad, Sean Barber? What made you sad? I missed it. I can't read the comments fast enough to find out why you were sad. It just came up. Oh, I'm a little sad. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. Is it Battle Angel? Are you sad Alita Battle Angel's getting pushed back? Or are you sad that they're making a Gambit film because he was so bad in X-Men Origins? Hopefully nothing like that will ever happen again. But yes, Alita Battle Angel will come out February 14th, which I'm pretty stoked about. I think this movie looks beautiful. Its trailer was beautiful. And if I'm not mistaken, is this a Robert Rodriguez film? I think it might be.
I'm
not 100% sure. If someone knows, throw it in the comment. Otherwise, we're going to move on to our very next PoDunk News segment, which is actually
Dark Phoenix Day?
Surprise beer! That's right. We're going to be trying another beer right in the middle of the PoDunk News. We never interrupt the PoDunk News for this kind of shenanigans, but today we're going to, not only because we're going to try an awesome, cool beer, but because it's surprise pie time. Now, this is what's going to go down. We're going to try the beer. You try the beer. I'm gonna try the beer. Then you're gonna tell us about the pie while I try the pie. How does that sound?
What's the most important thing about wines and different alcohols is you want to pair them up with the right food.
So we're doing good here. So next up on the list tonight, we've got this one in the photo up there. We've got Founders Breakfast Stout. Why don't you go ahead and give that a pop, and I'll tell everybody about it. So Founders Breakfast Stout, the coffee lovers the coffee lovers beer. Let's go with that. Brewed with an abundance of flaked oats, bitter and imported chocolates, and 2 types of coffee. This stout has an intense, fresh roasted Java nose, topped with a frothy, cinnamon-colored head that goes forever. And I'm all about head that goes forever.
Me too.
But this apparently is some sort of coffee beer.
It's a breakfast stout. Okay.
Yeah, it says it's a
an oatmeal stout.
Coffee and oatmeal beer.
It's a dark beer brewed with oatmeal.
And I'm going to try it first.
There's going to be some.
No, tell them about it. Go ahead, keep talking.
It's an oatmeal and coffee beer. It's a breakfast stout, so it's meant to be had with breakfast.
Wow.
There's a lot going on in there.
Wow. This is pretty bitchin', man.
I told you. I thought you would like it. Remember what I said when you said,
yeah.
I'm not the biggest beer fan in the world.
Yeah.
I said, you have not met the right beer yet.
Dude, this thing smells like iced coffee. 100%. This smells like an iced coffee. It tastes like an iced coffee. It is awesome.
Did I not call that El Bandito?
Yep.
I'm actually surprised that this was the one.
This is pretty bitchin', man. All right, I'm going to take another sip of this to help describe it a little bit. Why don't you start prepping some of our special pies, and I'll start telling... Well, actually, you tell everyone about it, and I'll prep it. How does that sound?
So they're not so much pies. They are bombs. If anybody's had...
No, you talk. Leave yours there.
Bangers and mash before. This is what I call a bangers and mash bomb.
Nice.
So there's it's almost like a Tootsie Pop.
Describe how you made it, because this does not look like a Tootsie Pop.
Okay. So what I did is I made my own mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes with gravy and cranberry sauce.
With I made my own mashed potatoes with chives and cheddar cheese and some milk and some salt and pepper. And what I did after I was done is I pulled out a muffin tin and started loading them and some fried up Italian sausage.
You guys see the surprise? Bam, Italian sausage right in the middle of this junk right there. That's awesome, man. So you got some Italian sausage in here. What else you got in here?
What I did is I froze that in muffin tins overnight so that it would hold the form of a muffin.
Nice.
Like a nice portable breakfast.
Look at the big brain on Mr. Fusion.
And you freeze it, and you could freeze it and store that for as long as you like. So the trick is, when you're ready to consume it, you want to do an egg wash and bread it in panko crumbs. That gives it a nice crunch.
Oh, panko.
And bake it at about 400 degrees for about an hour. I think it was about an hour we put it in there, right?
Yeah, it was a while.
Boom.
So, look, I was supposed to be eating it while he was talking. I was just prepping everything. I'm like, got me some. So what'd you say this was, pork gravy?
That is pork gravy.
Now,
that's not homemade. That was out of the can.
But why pork gravy? Is this sausage pork?
Well, yeah, it's an Italian sausage.
Okay.
You wouldn't have a beef Italian sausage or a chicken Italian sausage. You got to have pork.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do...
Here, I'm going to gravy you up.
What I want you to do, El Bandito, is I want you to take a bite. Try to get a little bit of everything in there. And when you're done, I want you to wash it down with some of your breakfast stout.
Here, wipe the tip of that there.
Just the tip?
I meant with a napkin or something. You use your hand, you pig. This guy over here. All right, I'm going to take a delicious bite of my breakfast. What is this again?
It's a bangers and mash bomb.
I like bangers and mash. I like banging that shit till it's mashed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I got that whole piece of sausage right in there, man. Let it be said, I could get that sausage in my mouth. Whole thing right in there.
What's that Irish blood sausage?
Oh man, that is good. The panko, really nice. Gives it that crispy outside texture that's really good. I'll try it with the beer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big. I don't want everything mixed up in my mouth. I want to eat that.
No, I mean wash it down.
Yeah.
Swallow what you got and wash it down.
Country gravy would be better. I don't know. This pork gravy's pretty awesome, man.
Actually, I've tried it with country gravy before, and it's good too.
Yeah, I'm sure
it
it's
works
good.
either way.
Country gravy makes everything better. You can put that on anything. We could probably put that on that Lucky Buddha beer. And
Well, that is that is a pork gravy as well too, because it's meant to be done with sausage, biscuits, and gravy.
Whoa. Man, that is good. Take that sausage, El Bandito. You know it, man.
Who said that?
Jason T down there, you nut. Oh man, this is good stuff though. I don't know if it goes with the beer. Do you think it goes with the beer? The beer is too coffee.
Yeah,
it's too morning.
Well, this is a breakfast meal. That's the only reason I said, "Oh, you know what? We should eat this with a breakfast beer."
I got you.
But yeah, you're right. You're right.
It doesn't really go, right?
No, not at all. No, I did it too.
They're both equally good, but they just don't seem to go together.
They don't go well together. So we're going to finish this, and then I'm going to drink my beer down.
All right, you do that. Meanwhile, I'm going to tell you guys about this is really good. I'm going to tell you guys about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So it turns out Assassin's Creed Odyssey has had a very special, very particular campaign that has been going on for the upcoming release of Odyssey. Now, this is a little bit unusual for Assassin's Creed. They don't usually go the tomato route, but this time they really went the tomato route. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey weapons can only be gotten through pizza. That's right. Considering Assassin's Creed Odyssey will take place in Greece, which I don't know why they didn't do this when they did Assassin's Creed 2 for Rome, but apparently
yeah, right.
They have teamed up with none other than Totino's Pizza Rolls to get out there.
Not John Stamos?
And earn points to win some exclusive Assassin's Creed content. So that's right. Ubisoft announced wacky pizza-themed promotion for upcoming launch of Odyssey, partnering with Totino's Pizza Rolls, like I said, to give away in-game extras for people who buy the company's pizza-related products. Right? So right now in the United States, Totino's products come with codes that can unlock things like temporary XP boosts, the Horn of Ares sickle sword, the Bighorn bow, or an ongoing XP boost, right? So what do you think of that, Mr. Fusion? What do you think of them teaming up with Totino's?
Why not?
A lot of movies. I'm going to
tell you, there's not a lot that doesn't go good with pizza rolls, buddy.
I hear you, man, but it just seems weird. Like, I get a lot of movies do this. I mean, when Infinity War came out, you get fruit roll-ups with Captain America on them or whatever. So I get it, but that's not really a big video game thing. So do you think this is a step in the right direction for games? What do you guys think? Throw it in the comments if you think this is good for video games to be doing this kind of cross-promotion, or if you think it's a little weird to be teaming up with Totino's.
I think you might be selling some more pizza rolls, to be honest with you. I mean, don't you snack when you game?
Sean Barber wants to know if I just said John Stamos. I may have.
Did.
I mean, let's face it. John Stamos is always on everyone's mind all the time. So
it's John Stamos. No, it was me who said that because you mentioned Greece, and I'm like,
oh yeah, because
he promoted it with John Stamos.
He does those commercials for the yogurt
Greek
stuff.
Yogurt.
Yeah, what is that yogurt, man?
Greek yogurt, man.
Yeah, but it's a brand. I don't know.
Oikos.
Oh, okay, there you go. Greek yogurts, that's tough stuff, man. You got to be a real man to eat that kind of stuff. That's why they have so much hair on their chest, because they're eating that freaking yogurt, right? But get this, Walmart shoppers get something a little bit extra because Totino's products sold at Walmart's come in 4 times the size than you can get in contemporary other stores, right? So they give you the Ram Axe heavy weapon, but you have to be really hungry because this weapon only comes with the 120 count of pizza roll packs.
Oh, wow. 120 pizza rolls.
Yeah, 120
It would like
pizza
take
rolls.
up my whole freezer, man.
I'm serious, right? But
like
hey,
40's like that. It's like a small pillow.
if you're having a party or something, man, go out there, get yourself some cool in-game extras, courtesy of Ubisoft and courtesy of Totino's Pizza Rolls.
So I'm going to have to switch beer mugs here.
Oh, okay. You going back to your green
Going
screen
back
mug?
to my invisible mug because I can't, like, it's too thick.
I gotcha, man.
It's too thick. It'll mix into the other beers and destroy the whole
The
experience.
tasting experience.
Yeah.
I gotcha, man. It's all good. All right, so next up, we're going to jump in to some local love. That's right, everybody. This is a part of the show where we tell you about something great going on in our backyard right here in South Florida. And we don't have to always talk about our backyard, man. If you got an exciting event, a charity function, just something kind of cool in your neighborhood that you want us to talk about here on the Power Hour Love, feel free to email us either at powerhourlove.com, direct on Facebook, hit us up on YouTube or Twitch, wherever you'd like to get in touch with us. We want to get in touch with you, right? But for this week's local love, what better than talking about Oktoberfest in our own backyard? That's right. The Port St. Lucie and German-American Club of the Treasure Coast are presenting Oktoberfest from Friday through Sunday at the Civic Center at Village Square. That's this one here, right?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people end up at the community center. This is the Civic Center, right? This 3-day event will be held. It will be held under the big tent and feature authentic German food, bounce houses, local kids group performances, and other fun activities for the whole family. Adults will be able to sample German spirits in the beer garden while also engaging in the brat eating and stein holding competitions. Sounds pretty awesome, man. I don't know, Mr. Fusion. What do you think?
I think you, me, and Boyle should go up there and join the broad eating contest.
Man, I would love to. I'm down. If you want to go, I will go. I don't know if Senior Bowl can go. He might still be in Vegas or recovering from some sort of jet lag.
When is it again?
But if you'd like to meet us out there, right, it is going to be Friday, October 5th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. and also Saturday, October 6th from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. For more information about the event, you can check out treasurecoast.com/events/Oktoberfest, guys. So we hope to see you out there. It should be a lot of fun.
Sounds fun.
It does sound fun, man.
I think we should go. Why not?
down. I'm down. Let's do it. That's drunk, Mr. Fusion, being like, let's do everything. It's no responsibility.
No. This is
fine.
This is Mr. Fusion in his right mind. I think it would be fun. Are you going to finish this?
I am. Stop trying to take my beer,
well,
dude.
don't stick it next to me.
This guy. Well, I don't want to. It's like I'm sogging up my mouse pad over here.
Well, here, I'll hold it for you.
No, it's fine. I got it. So now it's time for the headlines, right? This is the rapid fire news segment of the show where we just want to get. I see you down there trying to steal my beer, man.
It was halfway on your
You're
mouse
gonna
pad.
pull back a nub back there in a minute.
Wow, dude, I'm trying to help you, and
We're
you
gonna
just
give
call
you
me out
guys
here.
some rapid fire news. These are the hottest headlines of the week that you probably even already heard about or can Google very easily. So we're not gonna get too far into them. We're just gonna touch base really quick on each one. First up, Netflix debuts the Kingpin in his traditional white suit. What do you think of that, Mr. Fusion?
I'm actually pretty happy about that. Have not seen Mr. Kingpin since that Ben Affleck movie.
Well, I mean, he was in the first season of Daredevil, so this is his return in the third season, which he quotes, "Let the devil out. He'll never see me coming."
That sounds great.
I love it, man. I love the look. I love that it's a satin suit. I think Vincent D'Onofrio has just been killing this role. Any of you comic fans out there, let me know what you think. Next up, James McAvoy offers to play Captain Picard in any flashbacks of Patrick Stewart's new CBS's Picard show.
Freaking why not? Hell yeah.
So it sounds like he'd make a perfect fit for it. He's a great young Professor X. So really cool of him to offer.
He'd make a
do
great
a
young
TV
Lex
show.
Luthor too, man. Look at him.
All right, Marvel just announced the strongest Hulk ever. But it's not Bruce Banner. That's right. It's Shulky, man. It's She-Hulk herself. I know there's a couple of beautiful ladies out there that'll get a super kick out of this. For details that are way too complex for me to go into in the headlines, She-Hulk has now become the most powerful of any Hulks. If you're interested in that story, check out the new Avengers story featuring She-Hulk and her love relationship with the mighty Thor.
She-Hulk smash.
I think Thor smash. Star Trek Online will officially enter the Age of Discovery on October 9th. That's right. They will be adding exclusive content to the game that will feature plot lines and ships and skins dedicated to Star Trek Discovery, including goofy Klingons that they have in Discovery.
Ugh.
So, I don't know. Have you seen any of this
I didn't
Discovery?
get a chance to see it because I'm not paying $10 or $15 a month for one show. Put it on TV, guys. Come on.
No, I hear you, man. I know I'm pretty much in the mindset of like, I would love to get the free trial for 30 days and watch the whole show and then kind of go from there.
Well, I'll tell you, man. Like, and you kind of turned me on to this. What I enjoyed more than Star Trek, and what I think is more Star Trek than Discovery, is our Seth MacFarlane show, man.
Yeah,
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
I had a great time. I was on time every week. Watched it as
Yep.
soon as it aired, and I can't wait for season 2 to air.
Go ahead, spit out the name of that show, Mr. Fusion.
Don't put me on the spot.
I
like
feel
that.
like you
know
don't
why
know.
I
felt
reworked
like you
my
didn't
words.
know.
You know
It's
why I
the-
reworked my words.
It's the Orville, man. The Orville's what you're thinking of. Fantastic show helmed by Seth MacFarlane, who's a huge Star Trek fan, pays a lot of homage to the next generation, but is really building its own sort of Star Trek mythos outside of Star Trek. Really cool show. Can't wait for its premiere.
I gotta tell you, like, it wasn't what I expected it to be.
Right? Right?
Like,
You
I
think
thought,
it's gonna
oh,
be
this
dick
is
and
gonna
fart
be a bunch of
jokes.
cutaways and
Yeah.
Family Guy in
Exactly.
live, and it's not.
Yeah.
Like parts of the show actually get serious,
Mm-hmm.
and the comedy's kind of laced into the show, and it's not over the top. And I'm like, dude, this is a legit sci-fi show that's funny.
Yep. So, yeah, great freaking show. We'll have to figure something out for Discovery. I know me and Senior Boyle are getting together to try to figure that out and get you guys an all Star Trek themed episode here in the future, which ought to be pretty exciting. But for right now, what do you say? We get back in the studio, we get back to Oktoberfest, but we take a little detour while we're in October to the world of horror. Join us. All right, so we're leaving the tent. Ooh. All right, so now it's time for the part of the show where we're going to do our horrific horror quote game. So this is going to be a lot of fun, guys, especially since this beer has really been working pretty good back here. So here's what we're going to do. Mr. Fusion has prepared a list of 9 horror movie quotes that may or may not be from a horror movie that I've ever seen before. And what we're going to do is we're going to take turns reading the quote. And you guys get to vote on who actually read the quote better. And whoever read the quote better wins. Whoever read the quote worse has to take what we call a penalty shot. So the penalty shot,
Let me get my quotes pulled up here, bud.
I'm going to show you guys right now. So the penalty shot is actually this guy. Let's see it. Let's see it. Come on now. FIn du Monde. All right, this is one of our bonus beers tonight provided by Mr. Fusion himself. This is a mildly hoppy palate with notes of grains, fruit, and spice, followed by a smooth, dry finish, a perfect balance of sugar, acidity, bitterness, spices, and alcohol. Also, what Mr. Fusion says is probably the worst thing in this bucket, although the Lucky Buddha certainly smells like the worst thing in this bucket so far.
No, I don't think it's the worst thing. I think it's the most potent.
The most potent, okay.
Okay, so FIn du Monde roughly translates to the end of the world.
Takes a drink of booty beer, basically, yes.
Okay, so FIn du Monde is what they call an imperial or a double
Okay,
wit beer. It's a wheat beer.
okay.
Normal beers are about 3.5%, 4%.
Okay, that's a gigantic shot. What are you doing over there? Like
Oh,
like a sip or
You don't
something,
have to-
right?
You don't have to down the entire thing.
Okay, we're just taking a sip then.
Yeah, this is going to be good
well,
for two
just
questions.
put a little bit in there.
It's
okay,
good for
we'll put
two
a lot in there.
questions.
Well, okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
I
got
don't want
you.
people to think I'm cheating them by just taking a sip or something.
No, you're fine.
All right.
That's what it's there for, because
All
we
right.
don't have shot glasses, and I'm not putting beer into a shot glass.
It's okay. They could see how much I'm drinking because it's kind of clear.
So this is a wheat beer.
Yeah,
It's
let me finish my
9%.
breakfast stout, right?
It is 10% finished at.
There's only like a sip left. I'm not going to finish it if I got to drink this awful stuff in a second. Maybe shots of the Buddha. Yeah. No.
We are not doing shots of that. So this
has
a wheat
no
beer.
smell whatsoever.
It's a wheat ale. It's got a lot of flavor, though. We'll take a
no, okay.
we'll
I'm not
take
going to take a drink. I'm going to take a
let's
drink
take
if
a
I get
sip.
the punishment.
like a total
No,
sip.
no, I'm going to take a drink if they tell me that I stunk the lineup. All right. So this is our horrific horror quote game. We're going to start off. I didn't really prepare these. Can we just read them off your phone? Is that fine?
I've got them. I
Okay.
actually put them there. I actually got them set up, and on another thing, I've got a whole history behind the line. So
Okay. So here's the idea, right?
Oh, don't
We're
put it that
guessing
way.
that the majority of you guys have seen these movies and will know which one of us reads the quote more to your liking. Whether you think our inflection is very similar to the actual quote in the movie, or our delivery, our dialogue, our presence, who you think is better at delivering the line. It's totally pretty arbitrary and up to you guys. So have some fun out there, and let's jump right in to our horrific horror quote game. Mr. Fusion, I'm going to go ahead and read the first quote first.
buddy, I wrote this one just for you.
All right. Give me back my hand. Give me back my hand. That's me. That's me reading the quote right there. All right, Mr. Fusion, what do you
My
got?
hand! Give me back my hand! Give me back my hand!
All right, guys, it's up to you to decide which one of us read that quote better, whether it was Mr. Fusion or whether it was me. Why don't you tell him where the quote comes from, Mr. Fusion, while we're waiting?
So that is Ash. It came from my favorite Evil Dead movie, which is the second one.
So Evil Dead 2.
So, and it also came out in 1987. And I went through my list of 9 here.
Mm-hmm.
1/3 of the movies that I picked out and I deemed some of my favorites
Uh-huh.
came out in 1987.
Wow, just by a weird coincidence,
Yeah,
huh?
yep. 1/3 of them, 33.3 with a repeating decimal.
Oh, pretty cool, man. Sean Barber says that he thinks our punishment drink looks like a urinary tract infection.
It totally is.
That's pretty brutal.
I emptied that into the bottle this morning.
Oh, Mr. Fusion, you got the first vote here. Oh, man. I'm worried. They gave you the first vote.
As in, like, I did it better?
Yes, you did it better.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they said Mr. Fusion is better. Give us one more, guys. We're going to go 2 votes. Oh, we should go 3 votes.
Yeah, 3. 2 out of 3.
Yeah, okay. All right. Throw down three yes or no's down there. Give us a good Caesar or a bad Caesar. Oh, man. In the meantime, I think we should have a look at one of our other exciting PP Cobb beers. What
Are
do
you
think?
serious? Like in the middle of... Okay,
Well,
let's
yeah.
do it, man.
I mean, you know, they're
Why
going to
not?
take a minute to vote,
They're
so
waiting.
it's fine.
They're waiting.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, never mind. We just got beat to the punch.
Guess we're doing that in the second round.
Round, or point 2 goes to Mr. Fusion.
Did I get 1?
So you got 2. That's 2 votes for you. I am
Ah.
out. Best 2 out of 3. You just won, man. So I guess I am taking the penalty shot.
One good sip.
Man.
It's okay. I tried this the other night.
There
You'll
you go.
like
You,
it.
you guys can see how much is in there. Here we go.
Take a mouthful. What's your take on it?
It's not bad.
I told you, it's a wheat beer. I picked a wheat
Yeah.
beer on purpose.
That's not the worst one we've had, I have to tell you. That's not much of a punishment compared to maybe that Swamp Ape that
Well,
had that
I made a
weird,
punishment due to the alcohol
that weird
content of
taste.
it. So
Although this is sneaking up on you, a little
it is.
funk.
It is a creeper beer.
Yeah, it does have a little funk at the tail end of
All
it
right.
there.
Okay, so this next line I wrote for me,
Okay.
but I'm gonna let you deliver it first.
Oh, okay. You want me to do it first?
Yeah.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Well, you can't be doing what he does in the movie. You're totally killing me, man.
That's okay. You know what? If I win this one, I'll take a penalty shot with you.
Okay. Well,
All right.
look, nobody heard what you said.
If you win this one, I'll take the penalty shot with you.
No, don't take the shot.
We're a
unless you have
team.
to
I'll take
the
one
shot.
for the team.
No, you can't take one
All
unless
right.
you get the shot.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and hide that back there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get the glasses poured for the next.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going back to my invisible glass because there's coffee stout in my old one. So.
Well, next up, we're gonna head on over and we're gonna check out Shiner's Bohemian Black Lager. But that's a tongue twister. Black Lager, not Block Lager. Oh.
I thought we were. All right. There we go.
So Germans call it Schwarzbier or black beer, but Shiner fans know this one as Shiner 97. Usually smooth for a dark beer, or I guess that's unusually smooth for a dark beer. Our Bohemian Black Lager is brewed with roasted malts, Czech Saaz, and Styrian hops.
What's the word? Where are we looking at?
It says all else pales in comparison, which I guess is a joke for how dark it
It's
is.
definitely not pale. It smells great though.
Oh, I got to vote that time.
You
I got to
did?
vote. We're tied right
Wait
now.
a second.
Next one says it. Oh, El Bandito won. Hey,
Really?
I did.
You
I
delivered the Freddy line better than me.
Hey, man, look at that.
Look at that. All right.
I guess I did a good job. That one
Did.
is a
You
good
did.
one.
All right. So I'm taking this
That's
one.
you. You're taking the penalty right
All
before,
right.
but you can chase it with the black lager.
Let's not say we did. All right, we're going to do it. So I will tell you that the black lager smelled great, and
Holy
that
shit.
tastes great.
That is smooth.
That is
is
delicious.
unbelievably smooth.
Holy shit. Let's get more.
This beer just made the penalty beer suck like 30% more. You know,
And the penalty beer was good.
The penalty beer wasn't bad, but it sucks. It's not good. Like I wouldn't sit here and drink it.
All right, so do you want to hear about a little bit that I can't believe. Have you ever seen A Nightmare on Elm Street 3?
Look, Chris Hall wants to know who runs the show when Mr. Fusion wins and Bandito is drunk off his ass.
I could hang. I could probably totally drink this dude under the table.
I'm sure you could push all sorts of buttons.
Hell
over
no, I
here.
could
I'll be like,
totally
"Man, it's-
not."
It's fine.
Like,
That's totally good.
You do it.
I'm
do that.
sure I could be pretty toasted after about 8 months worth of doing the show. I think I could be a little tipsy.
Well, that was the
rock
whole
out
point
the
of tonight's show, right?
I can tell you this. I totally have to pee, and that sucks.
Me too. I
Because
was thinking the same thing.
we've got like 20 minutes left worth of content, even though we've passed our hour. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us out there, man. It's been a super ton of fun. We're going to keep rocking. We've only got a few more quotes we want to get through. We're going to taste this beer, do one more quote. We're going to taste another beer, do 3 more quotes, taste another beer, and then we'll be out of here for tonight. So if you want to stick around for another 20 minutes or so, guys, we're going to have a super ton of fun. We're going to tell you about some exciting beers coming up that we've got. We've got a beer that is made, our bonus beer, by Megadeth itself. So that's pretty cool.
Woo!
The Immortal Band. And we've also got one that's
Just for you, Will Reynolds.
I'm so psyched to try. We've got one that's supposed to taste like banana bread in here. So stick around, guys. This is really cool. In the meantime, let's hit up some quotes. What do you think? What do we got next?
All right, so I'm just gonna speed round right through these.
No,
So-
just do one. Just do
Well,
one.
no, I'm letting you know that was Freddy, obviously.
Oh, okay. You're
And A Nightmare
explaining.
on Elm Street 3, and also that was my favorite Freddy, but was also another one of my 1987s.
Oh, nice.
So, all right, so the next one should be fairly obvious.
Where is it?
I'm gonna go ahead and oh, there we go.
No, I got to go first because if you know the quote and I don't,
Okay, no,
like you might give me a hint.
forever.
On how to
You're
say
going first, there, buddy.
It. Besides, it's my show. Actually, this next quote kind of sums it up. Don't fuck with the Chuck.
Don't fuck with the Chuck.
Oh, I don't know. That's pretty close, guys. That was pretty good. Was it, you know, I should have mentioned don't put a lot of F-bombs in there, but that's okay.
You know what?
We're
dude?
after
The one that
10.
I actually
It's kinda
removed
late
out of the list
I know
in
you were
place
telling
for
me.
another. Like I think I was being.
No, I
Pretty
like
generous.
that. I'll tell this story here. Mr. Fusion calls me up and he tells me, he's like, hey, man, I want to put in a line from The Exorcist. Now, this being one of the few horror movies I'm very familiar with, I was like, no, dude, I know exactly the line you're talking about from The Exorcist. We're not doing that one. Like,
In
so,
my
good
defense,
yeah, you were like 90%.
before I called, I already had another one set for that.
Yeah, you were already like 90% sure that wasn't going to make the cut.
Yeah,
so.
I'm like, maybe I probably shouldn't put this one in there.
Yeah, so good stuff. That's a tie. Oh, man. So we got one tie.
How did we get a tie?
I don't know. If we get two ties, neither one of us take the shot. How about that?
Well, I don't know. The next one,
Ooh, I got a vote. I got a vote from Chris Hall. Thank you so
Are
much.
you guys trying to make me relive the hearts? I think I delivered that one and the last one better. But, hey, man.
Oh, man. Look, we got a vote for L Fusion, which I think is both of us.
Let's go take a shot. Come on.
Oh, if it's a tie, neither of us take a shot.
Oh,
right?
of course. I like to drink.
Oh, I hate you so much right now.
Flancha.
Oh, no, sir.
Well, at
That's
least we're
not
done
good.
with this.
Here, set this guy over there for
Are
me.
you done with it?
It's good, but
You
yeah,
chicken shit.
we've got a lot more beer to drink here. I'm sorry. Oh, look, you got a vote there at the last minute, but we already got the tie. First 2 out of 3, we got the tie, and I got another vote.
We're gonna do like 3
I
out
know.
of 5.
Well, I got Bandit, which I still think is me.
You're kind of a bandit, yeah. Bandito.
Chris Hall's all over the line. He's got it right.
All right, so that quote came from Chucky, obviously.
Yes.
Like, yeah. It also came from the third Child's Play movie.
I super should have ate something before we did this.
Dude, we'll finish eating what you got there.
I know.
All right, so that movie came out in 1991.
Okay, so it's not part of your 87 group.
It is
there.
not, but there's 3 in here that are. It's ridiculous. I guess that was a good year for cheesy 80s flicks, man.
Oh, no doubt, man. All right. Ooh.
I'm gonna have to bounce the old leg here for a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. A Bandito for the tiebreaker. Yeah, we did the double shot,
come
so it's
on.
okay. But
Get outta
well,
here with the
somebody
tiebreaker.
voted for Fusion right before that too.
Oh,
Jason
okay.
T voted for you. He said his tie vote was actually for you.
Hey,
So-
Jason, I love you, man. Always have.
Oh man, you get your friend to watch the show. You're such a buster.
Yeah, he's your friend too.
I know.
Get the hell out of here.
Everyone in the Legion of Love is my friend. If you guys haven't joined our totally awesome Facebook group for the Legion of Love, you got to do it. Go check it out. Have a lot of fun. Invite some friends to join, man. We'll let everybody in.
Look
it
at this
doesn't matter.
banner that you picked out. I love
It's
this.
pretty cool, right?
I
Yeah.
love this better than Bruce
It's
Banner.
nice. I do some work when I put this stuff together.
I like it, man.
All right. So next up, are we going to do quotes or are we going to do a different beer?
Ooh, we got round 2 of quotes coming up.
Let's do some quotes.
Yeah.
Let's do like 1 or 2, and then we'll do.
Look, we still got a little left in the
do it
penalty
in the middle.
glass.
I know we wrote out how exactly we were going to do this out the window.
We're flying by the seat
It's
of our
done.
pants here, man.
We're
Come
gonna
on.
roll it.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
So let's do it. Next quote.
Oh, shoot.
What do we got?
Uh.
Oh, okay. This one I don't know at all where it would be from.
Really?
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
Okay.
You might crush me on this one.
This is another 1987, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
Ooh, okay. So I don't know. I don't know who was better on that one. You guys decide. Throw down in the comments right now. Did El Bandito crush that iconic horror line? Or did Mr. Fusion do it a little more justice? Can I ask for a shout out for Mississippi Zombie? Yeah, absolutely. What is Mississippi Zombie? Fill us in and we'll talk all about it. All right. In the meantime, while people are voting, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about our second bonus beer. The first one was our punishment beer, right? FIn du Monde, which is what we're drinking whenever we get a question wrong. But the other bonus beer we have that we're going to taste in a minute is called a Tout, right? And let me see if I got a clip of this guy. Right there.
There we go.
So this is our Megadeth beer. Rah!
Hey, dude, if I die, you could totally have my Megadeth collection, man.
Okay. I won't know what to do with it.
That is for Will.
The Saison Ale was brewed at request by Dave Mustaine, lead singer of heavy metal band Megadeth. It uses a dry hopping texture and, to date, has the lowest alcohol content of any unibrow beer, which I don't know why they would advertise that. That seems kind of very not heavy metal. You know? Go ahead and pop the top on that guy. It looks like Mr. Fusion for the win. Mr. Fusion wins. Hellraiser, no contest. Mr. Fusion wins. Oh, my God, you crushed me, dude.
Crush 'em. Megadeth song.
Oh, man. And someone even voted for Elvira. That's how bad I sucked, apparently. All right, there's only a little bit left, so I guess it's going. Cheers to you, Legionnaires.
Oh, wow, you killed the glass, bro. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Oh, pound it, man.
That stuff sucks. It's no fun at all. Woo.
Tout le monde, tout mes amis.
Oh, now I get a vote. Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate it. Better late than never.
So that was from Hellraiser.
Yeah, well, all right.
And that was Pinhead.
Let's try a Tout le Monde, who is a sister beer to La Fin du Monde, the punishment beer. So who knows if this is actually going to be better or worse than that crap we were just drinking. Oh, is this mine here?
It's a little bit more flavorful, actually.
I'm gonna take a palate cleansing moment here, and have me some of my special pie right here.
Buddy,
right over there, you're shaking like a French soldier.
Buddy.
Are you gonna go to the bathroom?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
In the middle of the show?
Sorry.
Go if you gotta go.
Take your palate cleanser. I'll be right back.
When you gotta go, I guess. In the meantime, I'm gonna read the next quote, and we'll give Chucky Bucks just a few minutes here, Mr. Fusion, to, oh man, he hid this on his phone. He locked his phone before he left. I was gonna read it and be like, just vote for me. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and give a shout out to Mississippi Zombie, right? So this is a zombie anthology comic that comes courtesy of Sean Barber. This comic takes place in Mississippi. 66 pages of zombie goodness. More zombies, smaller town. More carnage with historical twists. He is inking a 12-page story for it. It's hit currently about 30% on Kickstarter and has plenty. It does have plenty. It has plenty of days left to go, around 20. So we got 20 days left to go. Keep an eye out later this week. I'll make sure that the Power Hour sends out a link where you can check out Mississippi Zombie, a zombie anthology taking place in Mississippi. Thanks so much, Sean Barber, for reaching out. Always welcome to throw us some Kickstarter love that you got out there, man. We know you do some good stuff. We're totally psyched. We're still waiting on pins and needles to get our copy that we know is probably hitting the mail pretty soon of the oh, geez, now I'm blanking too. I'm having too much beer myself. Mark Zuptich talked to us about it with me and Senior Bull. I'm sure he'd remember if he was here. But it's the other like monster movie thing you did. What is it, Sean? Tell me. I feel like an ass now. I don't remember. I'm glad he posted a link in the comments for you guys to check out Mississippi Zombie. But I'll let you know in a second.
What do you think of that Megadeth beer?
I didn't even try it yet. I didn't even try it yet. But I'll make sure to post a link to this later this week. And I was trying to look on your phone for what the next quote was. I was going to read it.
I got it.
No, I was going to read it and give you like a 10-second timeout where if you timed out, I was going to automatically be the winner.
You cheater.
All right, so this is a Tout le Monde. This is the Megadeth beer, dude. That is bitchin', man.
Sláinte.
Into the Darkness. That's what it is. Chris Hall, thank you. Into the Darkness. Sean Barber, thank you, guys. I completely spaced on that. I have probably had far too many beers, but I'm waiting on pins and needles to get that book. It seemed so awesome in all the previews. I know Mark sent us a little advanced copy of the first few pages, and we absolutely loved it. So, super good. But this Tout le Monde beer This has a really nice taste to it. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like oranges.
It does.
Like it has a very sort of fruity flavor.
Well, a lot of wheat ales are brewed with oranges, so.
Yeah. So I like it. I like the orange twist to this one. Makes it a lot better than the Fin.
Here, look, I poured you an extra penalty shot there.
Yay. Hooray.
Hey, in all fairness, whatever you don't drink out of your bottle, I end up drinking, so.
Into the Darkness. Thank you, DC. Chris worked on it, too. Yes, he's the colorist on that book, and it is phenomenal color. I mean, I love all the work you guys did on the various books that you've sent to us, but I have to say, that color, there's one page, it's like looking down an alley, and there's like a sunset, or maybe it's a sunrise, but it's totally orange. And the page is these hues of orange and yellow that Chris did. Phenomenal. Man, just beautiful, beautiful stuff, man. So glad that both you guys are hanging out with us here on the Power Hour of Love, man. We did get our digital copy, but I want to read the print. I'm a little greedy like that, but I love reading the print. So I'm waiting for the print.
It's something about having analog versus digital, man.
It is. I'm a little old school.
I love reading a book.
I ordered the shirt, too, so I'm psyched about getting the shirt, too. You know, I'm going to wear it on the show, so it'll be super cool.
You ready for them quotes, buddy?
Let's do some more quotes.
We got quote number 5 here.
All right, quote number 5. This is long.
No, it's not. Quote number 5. I set it up for you.
Sorry, you put it at the very top. I thought it was the one right in the middle.
I thought I was doing good.
I thought I was doing good. Push up buttons and things.
Oh, you erased my quotes.
I erased them all. Do we have any Zima? Oh.
We do not have that garbage. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Get the hell out of Chavez.
I was like, man, what are we going to drink? Like 3 beers? I'll be fine. I'm like, I kick ass for the Lord.
I kick ass for the Lord.
What the hell was that? That was the weirdest read. What movie is this from if that guy sounds like that?
It is from... All right. So check it out, dude.
All right, fill me in.
Did you ever watch Lord of the Rings?
Sure.
Who directs Lord of the Rings?
Peter Jackson.
Okay, well, this is from Peter Jackson's first movie.
Is that The Frighteners?
No, it's before The Frighteners.
Oh, okay.
It's called Dead Alive. It's from 1992.
Okay, I'm familiar with it, yeah.
And that is Father Magruder. And I bought this movie, or not bought it, I actually rented it from one of the mom and pop places for $1.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
When I was a little kid. Just based off of the movie's cover. Okay. I'm like, you know what? I've been seeing this for a while. It's the one that shows like a woman stretching her mouth and there's a skull underneath it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring this home. And then I showed it to like Charboil. We're like little kids.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And like we're watching it and like we just had an absolute effing blast with it. Man.
Oh my God. Mr. Fusion.
It's the bloodiest fucking... bloodiest effing movie I've ever seen.
Dude,
man.
we got a neither. Apparently, we both sucked that one up right there, man.
Really? I thought I sounded like Father Magruder.
You sounded like a nutcase. Yours was terrible.
That's exactly what Father Magruder sounded like.
Well, maybe you were nailing it then. I don't know. Jason T gives a vote for Mr. Fusion. So give us one more vote, guys. What do you think? El Bandito, come on. You know I nailed it. Or Mr. Fusion. Who's going to have to drink?
Totally did not nail that. You sounded like an action superstar. So.
It sounded very action. I kick ass for the Lord. Oh, man, we got a tie. Looks like a vote for El Bandito himself.
One more decides it, man.
Okay, you want to wait for one more?
Has anybody out there, are you people, the people that are voting, have you actually seen Dead Alive?
Senior Boyle's back. Look at that. Just down 5 beers at this reception. Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, we just downed like 10 while you were gone, buddy.
Feeling pretty good too, Senior Boyle. All right. Let us know who said that line better, Senor Bull. I don't know if you got a chance to catch it.
Just
you're
rewind it and watch it real quick.
Don't talk when I'm talking.
Or
feel free to vote on the next quote. What we're doing here is our horrific horror quote game. So we're going to both read the same quote, and you guys get to vote on who read the quote better, most like the original person, who had a better original take on it, and Mr. Fusion won. Damn it. You just got 2 votes in a row. I guess I am drinking this nasty stuff. Thank you, Jason T, for pulling in a vote there at the very end, but I am taking the punishment.
Remember all them hearts I got in my mouth? It's all right.
Oh, man. So this is our punishment beer, the FIn du Monde.
The end of the world.
Yep. It's pretty bad.
I love you, buddy. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to open a new one for you.
I hate this. I hate it now.
It's 9%. It'll get
It's
you
not
drunk.
bad. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it just has a little
we
like.
could have been doing swamp ass, you know.
I know. At least we're not doing that Swamp Ape one. It's weird because the Swamp Ape one had a weird taste, but that Lucky Buddha one, Jesus,
Smelled like a fucking
that smelled like a corpse, like a
rotten
human
beef
corpse.
carcass, man. Like I'll have to count that out as no. And you know what? Remember when we were in there? I'm like, I'm looking for this beer just because we should have the bottle.
Yeah,
But it tastes awful.
yeah.
The Buddha was the same thing. I'm like, I want this bottle.
Dude, we thought that was going to be so cool. It kind of had this Heineken-y look with the green bottle and stuff.
Yeah.
That just sucked. El Fusionito, we got another double vote there.
Oh,
I love that.
I like it, dude.
I
Like,
do.
is that what happens when we do the fusion dance in Dragon Ball Z?
Teamwork. Yeah, we can do some dancing. You want to do here, just like this. That's
You
it.
got to do this. You got to do this. Hold on the count of 3. 1.
No, look,
2.
you're getting cut off by the screen.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. You got to touch your fingers with my fingers.
touching fingers?
Fusionito.
Some Dragon Ball thing I know nothing about. How do you know have all these weird you have all these nerdy kinks I know
I
nothing
had a
about?
friend named Troy back in the day who told me that I am an encyclopedia of useless knowledge.
All right, we're going to do one more quote, and then we're going to try our final banana bread beer. We're going to let you beautiful
You weren't
people.
supposed to tell him about that, man.
Yeah, I told them earlier already,
okay.
man.
Why was
We're-
in the...
Well, no, you were here, man. You were just drunked up. All right, give me another quote,
All right.
Mr. Fusion.
All right, so it's the one at the top.
The one at the top. This is so little. Can't we do a long one? Let's skip down to this long one.
No. You better do that one.
All right,
because that's the one that I sacrificed my
I don't even know
Father
this.
Marin thing from
Okay.
Exorcist.
Okay. What is this word? Is this Demi? Demi? Demi. Why you do this to me?
You kind of had the right inflection.
I have no idea what that's from.
Demi, why you do this to me?
That's
Demi,
weird.
Demi, no.
That's a weird line.
Has anybody seen The Exorcist? I mean, we're just going to come right out. That was from The Exorcist.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell them a little bit about it.
Okay. All right, I got to flip back and forth between my thing here.
So here's our FIn du Monde, and I'm going to refill.
That was Reagan.
Okay. from The
posing
Exorcist.
Follow, kind of like I
Father
poured one
McFeely
for
over
you,
there.
doing,
You are drunk ass podcasters.
Hell yeah! Well, what do you think? Yeah.
Totally getting there.
Okay.
Totally getting
Okay.
there.
So that was from The Exorcist from 1973.
Oh, wait, I like it. It says, with your powers combined, you are drunk ass podcasters.
Yes.
Mr. Fusion got the first point from Mr. Chris Hall out there.
Why do this to me, Timmy?
Demi, why you do this to me? My name is not Booba. Why do you call me this? All right, we need one more vote, either for Mr. Fusion or 2 for me. So I guess 3 more votes, a couple more votes. Throw some votes down there, people. We'd love to see it.
Next one's gonna be
We've
my
got
favorite.
10 people in the house, rolling close to 10:30, man. We are super excited. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to throw a little bit of love to all you beautiful people out there hanging out. We hope you're having a good time. If you're having a good time, feel free to throw some love down in the comments there. But if you think I did that line better, which we all kind of know that I did,
He did,
feel
because
free
I don't even think this guy saw the movie.
to comment. Reagan did it better. Like Ronald Reagan?
No, Reagan from the movie. Come on, man.
And who's the vice president? Jerry Lewis?
I love that.
The Love Boat. We got the Love Boat.
Love Boat. Sorry.
Dang, how toasted are you, Mr. Fusion?
I am
El
a little-
Fusionito, we got a double vote. Bam.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, we need one more. If I get a vote, then we're both punished. If El Fusionito gets a point, then we're both off the hook. How's that sound?
Nah, dude, I'm taking a point regardless.
No.
I'm taking one for the team, buddy.
No, I am going to win. Eric G, what do you think out there?
Eric
Guys,
G. Diane,
me.
where you at, man? I ain't
was
seen you
me.
vote.
I did better. Make him drink the thing. He's the one. Oh, Sean Barber. No.
I love you,
ran-
Sean.
I
Woo!
ran a plug for your thing, and still you mess me up.
I love you, Sean. Yeah.
It's only because Sean loves me that he wants to see me drink this disgusting.
Hey, dude. I'll tell you what, man.
No, you can't do it. It dilutes the game if you do it.
All right.
I got to do
I'm
it.
all about, like, helping.
I appreciate it.
All right.
I appreciate the team effort. I appreciate the El Fusionito.
Bing! Totally
But I got to do it.
Right
I got to take my lumps. D-plane. What is a D-plane? Is that like some math thing? Don't math me right now, man.
Nah, dude, a D-plane, man. You know, that's like Ron Jeremy on the plane. It's a D-plane.
You know what the best part is?
Are you at least catching a buzz at this point?
We finished the first one. That one's warm.
Oh,
So-
I tried to put it in the ice.
So, yeah.
I did. I tried to be slick
I
and
know.
stick that in the
I
ice.
saw it go in the ice. It's warm. And if you thought it sucked before, it's sucking now.
You're definitely not German at all.
Oh, man.
I like my dark beers kind
All
of room temperature. Oh,
All right, let's see what's next.
okay. Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh, you know where this is from, right? I put this one for
I-
you as well because you recently reviewed these movies with Boyle.
I have no idea.
You don't?
You're going to Camp Blood, ain't you? You'll never come back again. It's got a death curse. Hold on, let me do that one again.
Actually, you should do that one for the next one.
I'm gonna do it a little rednecky. How about that? Because I feel like this guy's a little rednecky with that, ain't you? You're going to Camp Blood, ain't you? You'll never come back again. It's got a death curse. That's my rednecky take on that.
A little bit more high pitched there, buddy.
A little more high
You're
pitch.
going to death. Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. I fucked that one up.
Hey, there you go. Vote for him. He stunk. He did bad.
You're going to Camp Blood, ain't ya? You'll never get back again. It's got a death curse. I should have been a little bit more high pitched on that, but that one's my official delivery of the line.
I love it. The planes, boss. The plane.
I love that.
Some tattoo comedy right there.
There we go. All right. Well,
All right,
I
I think
probably got this.
I think that's you know how you could tell when you're good and buzzed? This is how you tell when you're good and buzzed. When your lips feel all tingly. You know? That's where I'm at. I got that lip tingly feeling. So, I think it's a good time. Look, I wasn't even moving the slides. We
For
weren't
what?
even back
For me
in
to
the
finish
quote
your Megadeth beer
in the
for
quote
you?
slides thing. All right. I sound like Duck Dynasty, thanks. All right, where'd we go here? We got to find our banana bread beer. Let's do it up, man.
Well, good thing. Well, that one should be nice and ice cold.
It should. This one's very
This one
cold,
has
sitting in
been
the bottom.
Sitting there for the longest.
It is. I'm going to read you guys a little bit about Wells banana bread beer. This
Not
dark.
Wells Fargo.
No, hold on, man. I'm reading the thing.
Sorry.
This dark, golden-colored ale hugs the palate with great intensity. Its malty aroma is complemented by the gentle nose of banana and stuff spilled in the studio.
I didn't spill anything, actually.
Oh, you just took like
I
more than
poured too much
Dude,
in my
there's like a
glass.
sip in here. What did you do to me? Where's the other cup?
It's right here.
I got to drink out of your nasty cigarette smoke smelling cup.
Hey, guess what, dude?
Look at that. Ralph from Friday the 13th. Chris Hall's totally calling it out there. Fail.
dude,
Both of you guys take your shot. Sean Barber's so brutal. He says both
I
of
think
us
we're
take
gonna
the
go with
shot.
Sean Barber on that one, there, buddy.
What does he say? No, officer, I've not been drunken.
That's crazy, Ralph. By the way, let me
All right.
correct you. And he was in the first two.
Sean, if we sucked, we're both taking the penalty. Here you go. Let our powers combine.
Oh, damn! You drank the whole thing.
Shasta. Yeah, what were
Hey,
you
come on,
doing?
man.
You were there taking a nap? Would
Do
you
it.
have,
Do it. Do
Did
it.
you have one little
Do
sip?
it. I'm like.
Oh, you're doing the thing? You nut. Smell it. Oh, we got to smell it. Here, let me smell
Oh,
the junkie.
delicious. I love it.
Oh, this was the one we said has no smell whatsoever. It's super weird. George Carlin used to say this great joke where he said, did you ever take something out of your refrigerator and smell it, and it has no smell whatsoever? It could either be a piece of chocolate cake or a piece of meatloaf. I have no idea.
All right, buddy. We got 3 more questions.
Oh, my
We
gosh.
need to
That
make
many?
this last half
Well, what about the
last.
banana bread? Are we trying the banana bread
Oh,
thing?
we totally are.
All right.
I'm pouring our penalty shots.
Why don't we just do one more? It's already late.
Oh, come on.
We'll do one more.
2.
2? Why don't we do all 3 and let them vote for the final?
Okay.
We'll do 3 in a row.
All right.
All right, but we're going to do the banana beer.
Combined things. Who do you think was better?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they vote.
Yeah. But
All right.
again, banana beer. We got the 6 original beers, not the bonus beers, all down there at PP Cobb.
Buddy.
We're going to try the last
there's
one.
nothing in that bottle, bud.
There's a little bit here, man.
No, I
There's
poured you a
sip.
glass in the glass that...
I'm going to take the sip that's in here. You
you
bastard.
fucker, man. There's no sip in there. Liar! He's lying. Oh,
There you go. You guys can hear me
smell
sip
this.
that. Dude, this
Yeah.
is baller.
Oh, my God.
This is
the
baller.
best beer of the night.
This is so good.
I can tell you this from the smell.
I saved this for last because I was like, this looks so good. It's definitely beer. It definitely has that hint of hops, that hint of malt, that hint of beer. But, dude, this is so banana bread. I can't even tell you. It tastes like that banana bread that has the peanuts and the little chocolate drizzle on top. It is freaking awesome.
Like your grandmother used to make.
Awesome. All right.
Chug it.
Sean Barber's got it. Lightning round. Right? 2 glasses left. Best 2 out of 3. Right? We read
Like
the
that Meatloaf song?
No,
2 out of 3 ain't bad?
No. We read the 3 quotes. Whoever loses chugs both the glasses.
Oh, shit. I like that. I love you, Sean Barber.
Chugs this entire full
Whether I
glass.
win or lose, I'm going to enjoy this shit.
Oh, man. All right, let's do it. Lightning round.
Let me read the first one.
Mix the nasty beers together. 2 steps ahead.
Hell no.
Well, no, I got to read them. Let me read them because I don't know these
Well,
movies.
read one. Read one.
Well, all right.
No,
There's like 4 things back, right?
no,
okay.
no,
These
you don't want the
right there.
That one. It's just 1, 2, 3.
These are so long. I'm just going to read them cold. I've never read these before, guys. What is this bullshit? Them man-eating dust mops got us roped up tighter than a blue ribbon bull, and all you folks can do is stand here and play kick the can with some punk kid.
Oh, wow, you delivered that awesome, actually, for somebody who's never seen Critters 2.
I have no idea what that's from. Oh, dude. They're all going to laugh at you. Which I know I just did like the Adam Sandler CD, but whatever. All right, and the third quote.
Do you know where Adam Sandler got that from?
No, I do not, but here we go. Third quote. I want to... Oh, my God, I know what this is.
No, you're not.
I know what this is.
Not that one.
It's not that one? No. I'm doing that one. That's
the
happening.
one that I wanted Will to do.
I'm happening. Mark Darden, the guano guy, joining us. Thanks so much, man.
Oh, I'm getting
all right,
screwed on this one.
Here we go. I'm doing the line. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in this room because I think there's some fascinating ramifications here for the future.
Oh, shoot. Okay, you only
Gremlins 2. That's the only one
Hey,
I
buddy,
knew.
you got half of that line.
Oh, is there more?
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, just do that much. That's fine. Bandito, look, I'm already getting points. You didn't even read yours yet.
Okay. I was,
Votes on a mixture. Oh my God!
What is this bullshit? The man eating dust mops got us roped up tighter than some blue ribbon bull. All you folks can do is stand here and play kick the can with this kid.
It wasn't bad. It's very
No.
rednecky.
Actually, for somebody who's never seen Critters 2, you delivered that line just like Sheriff Harv.
Okay.
So, dude, pounds to you, buddy.
Hey, how about whoever loses chugs the pork gravy?
I am not chugging the pork gravy.
Right.
We're all going to laugh at you.
Pretty solid.
Honestly, that was from Carrie, by the way.
Okay. Pretty solid.
And
Pretty solid.
I did it the Adam Sandler way just because I knew.
You're trying to contend with my with my version.
Like,
All right,
I'm like, dude.
Before you do the last one, we got to give a shout out to Mark Darden. He joined us a while back. He does the Guano Guy Kickstarter Comic Man, an independent book. He is fantastic. He says he wants to do this for his next appearance on our show, man. We are down. We're having a super ton of fun out here.
Can I pick the quotes? Even if I'm not here, I just want to pick the quotes.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Go ahead.
Right.
Read your last one.
I don't know how we ended. This was supposed to be my 10th bonus quote.
Just read that
How
little
did we
part
end
right
up there. All right.
And in the meantime, I'm going to drink
I
my
want to
banana.
talk to you a little bit about what's going on in this room because I think there's some fascinating ramifications for the future. Would you introduce new genetic material, research quality to life such as this, which poses a sort of use of the word atavism, but like. Oh, I fucked it up, man.
You're going down, man. Look, I love this movie.
This was meant for Will. I wrote this for Will.
Would you introduce new genetic material research quality to a life form such as ours, which is possessed with a sort of I hesitate to use the word atavasiism, but let us say a highly aggressive nature. For example, for that fellow near the I believe that's what's commonly known a bit of order of the. That's a lot of big ass words for being too drunk.
So,
but I still crushed it. Come on.
Would you introduce new genetic material research quality to a life form such as ours, which is possessed as a sort of hesitate to use the word atavism, but let us say a highly aggressive nature.
Dude, look. We got Bandito.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Bandito.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucked.
Ditto Bandito.
This was not for us.
Look, Rich T says chug the pork gravy +1. Sean Barber says chug the pork gravy.
I'm done, dude.
Chris Hall says, is that a euphemism? Epic fail for both of us reading the line at the end. Here you go, man. I got the banana bread beer. Let's do it.
Did we finish our beers?
We finished our beers. Definitely a quote from Gremlins 2 there at the end. A lot of fun. We're both actually pretty good at saying that when we're not a little bit buzzed.
I'm not well rehearsed on this, and that line was meant for Will Reynolds. So, calling you out, buddy.
I have to say, a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, Mr. Fusion. Thank you to all you beautiful people out there, the Legion of Love, who hung out with us, had a super ton of fun, man. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. This has been an absolute blast. We'd like to thank Cobb's General Store up in downtown historic Fort Pierce.
Sure.
For all of their exciting contributions to tonight's show. We were able to go down there, select these individual exciting, awesome beers. Please head down there. Let them know that the Power Hour of Love sent you. Let them know that you're enjoying the oldest and coolest building here in Fort Pierce. And let them know that you'd like to get a little frosty with some of their exotic, exciting brews, and make sure to do it during Oktoberfest. If you show up to the Oktoberfest this weekend here in Port St. Lucie, you may just run into Mr. Fusion and myself. We'll be hanging around down there at some point. We'll try to post up when we're down there so you can meet us. Come say hi, grab a photo. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. It's been a super ton of fun. Mr. Fusion, do you have any final words for the beautiful people out there?
Dude, thanks for inviting me out here tonight. And you know what? Thanks for putting up with me, guys. Have a great night.
Look at that. Sean Barber says, when you drink enough beers with such a quality, such of these, you get a new kind of drunk podcaster of which can't read movie quotes any longer. Another award-winning show. Oh, man. Mark Darden throwing down some Waterboy lines. Did you want us to read that one?
Oh, hell yeah. Let's do it for it.
Hey, moron. Hey, duh. Look at me. I'm the water boy. Duh. I got a wooden spoon. Duh.
Mama said foosball for the devil.
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong.
He says you're ornery because you're medulla oblongata.
There's something wrong with that boy's medulla oblongata. This is the reason you're my favorite show ever. I'm coming to you for all my comic book interviews, sweet ass contests and competitions, not to mention info on sweet ass info. Thank you guys so much. Mark Darden, Sean Barber, Chris Hall, Jason T, Rich Timmons, DC, Isabel, everybody out there hanging out with us.
Woohoo!
Senior Bull, I know you were hanging out. Diane W was hanging out with us out there, man. Eric G, thank you guys so much. It has been a super ton of fun. Anyone else that we didn't notice in the comments, thank you for hanging out and spending some time with us tonight. It's been a super ton of fun. Make sure to catch us next week when we'll be back. Senior Boyle will be in studio, and we may just have another special, exciting guest for the month of October as we get on to celebrating a lot more of horror and fun and Halloween. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night.
Yeah.